Okay, so picture this, right? You're at some fancy event, everyone's dressed to the nines, talking about stocks and whatnot.
Ah, yes, feeling a little out of your depth.
Maybe a little. Now, imagine someone in a perfectly tailored suit sidles up to you, starts offering financial advice.
Would you be more likely to trust them just because of the suit?
Honestly, probably. And that, my friend, is the halo effect, messing with our brains, tricking us into equating success in one area with like universal
It's
wisdom.
a powerful cognitive bias, and one we're diving into today, along with its sneaky cousin, the bystander effect.
Right, because when it comes to money, our brains are wired to take shortcuts, but
Yeah.
those shortcuts, they can lead us straight into some costly pitfalls.
Precisely. Our sources today, they lay out these pitfalls in a, well, pretty entertaining way, I have to say.
Right, that athlete, what was their name again? The one endorsing? Wait, was it a luxury watch or a cryptocurrency?
Both, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the halo effect in its purest form, right?
Yeah, they're at the top of their game, so suddenly everyone thinks they're Warren Buffett too.
We transfer that admiration, that positive feeling we have for their athletic achievements onto something completely unrelated. Investments, products, you name it.
Oh, I've totally fallen for that. Remember those smart socks, the ones endorsed by that actor?
The one famous for those cheesy rom-coms.
Exactly. I thought, hey, if they like them, they got to be good.
Total waste of money. And the socks weren't even that smart.
It's easy to laugh about now, but it just shows how easily our brains can be tricked. We see success and we want to be associated with it, even if it's just through a product. And it's not just celebrities, right? That article about wealth and competence, that really got me thinking.
Ah, yes, the power of a good suit. We instinctively associate outward signs of wealth, like expensive clothing or cars, with knowledge and expertise.
So someone rolls up in a flashy car, talks a big game about investments, and bam, we're ready to hand over our life savings.
It's a dangerous illusion, especially in fields like finance, where appearances can be incredibly deceiving.
So how do we fight against this? How do we keep our brains from taking these shortcuts, these potentially expensive shortcuts?
Awareness is key. The first step is simply recognizing that these biases exist, that our brains are hardwired to make these snap judgments.
So like that moment when you see a flashy ad or someone in a power suit, that's your cue to hit the brakes.
Exactly. Don't just blindly trust appearances or endorsements. Do your research. Look beyond the surface. Dig into the person's actual expertise. Read the fine print on that investment opportunity.
Trust, but verify, as they say. Now let's talk about the bystander effect for a second because it's kind of like the flip side of the halo effect, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's the difference between being swayed by action and being paralyzed by inaction.
Like when you get those phishing emails, right? The ones promising those crazy returns on some like unheard of investment.
Oh, we've all gotten those.
Yeah.
And how often do we think, well, if it's a scam, surely someone would have done something about it by now?
Right. Someone else will handle it, so we don't have to.
Precisely. It's this diffusion of responsibility, especially potent in ambiguous situations like potential financial misconduct. Someone else will report it. Someone else will intervene.
And then, of course, no one does. And we end up with, well, situations like the one in that article about workplace misconduct.
A chilling example of a bystander effect in action. Someone notices something fishy with a company's finances, but they stay silent.
They assume, what? That someone higher up already knows that it's
Yeah.
being dealt with.
Exactly. But what if everyone's thinking the same thing? Silence allows problems to fester, to grow into something much bigger and more damaging.
So, in a way, the bystander effect can be even more dangerous than the halo effect because it allows bad actors to thrive.
It's the silent enabler of financial misconduct. And that's why it's so important to remember that in these situations, inaction can be just as detrimental as any deliberate wrongdoing.
It's like that old saying, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing.
Precisely. If you see something that seems off, say something. Speak up. Don't assume someone else will handle it. Your voice, your actions, they matter, whether you're the CEO or the intern.
This has been really eye-opening, I have to say. I mean, I knew these concepts existed, but hearing you explain them, connecting them back to real-world situations like this.
It really drives home the point that these aren't just psychological curiosities. They're forces that shape our financial lives every single day.
Exactly. So to wrap things up, it sounds like the best defense against these biases, against the halo effect and the bystander effect, is really twofold, right?
Absolutely. First, healthy doses skepticism. Question everything. Don't just accept things at face value, whether it's a celebrity endorsement or a can't-miss investment opportunity.
Right, because appearances can be deceiving. And those shortcuts our brains love to take, they can lead us right into trouble.
And secondly, don't be afraid to speak up. If something feels off, if you see something that doesn't seem right, trust your gut and say something. You might just save yourself or someone else a lot of trouble.
This has been amazing, some seriously valuable insights here. So, listeners, the next time you're about to make a financial decision, big or small, remember the halo and bystander effects. Don't let those biases cloud your judgment.
Question everything, trust your instincts, and never underestimate the power of your voice. Those are the keys to navigating the complex world of finance with confidence and clarity.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's it for today's deep dive. We'll see you next time, same place, for more insights into the fascinating world of, well, everything. Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay engaged.
Are you talking to one of those robots again, Daddy?